What do you think, maybe 10 years from now, if your son or daughter says, hey, Dad, what was it like playing for Kentucky and Cal? What would you say?
It's the hardest thing to ever do. I mean, like, I don't think a lot of people do understand that. Like, every day you're dealing with something, whether it's basketball. Like, basketball sometimes is probably the least of your worries throughout the day, honestly. I mean, you have to get up, stupid early. Sometimes it's 6:37 in the morning, go to class, work out, and then your days just feel like, if you're not used to having a very structured day, and sometimes you gotta make little adjustments like here and there. Sometimes you'll be like, hey, we got a meeting, whatever, and you gotta go to that meeting, and everything's on the fly. But we do that here because we don't have time like other programs do. So just kind of gotta be on the same page at any moment.
You happy with your career?
Oh yeah, definitely having my career. It's just been, I don't know, it's just been a great experience, honestly. I mean, learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about basketball, just everything in general. So it's definitely changed me as a young adult, and I think that a lot of the players that do come through here and they're along like a path that I've been on with, they stay 4 years or 3 years or however long, that they'll kind of, see some stuff like that.
Both Dom and Michael said the same thing you just said, that they learned a lot about themselves. And I asked them each, what did you learn about yourself? Because it's interesting. As college is a time to grow, this is not an easy way to do it, but it's a fun way to do it.
Yeah, as far as like being in the gym and being with basketball and stuff, it helps you grow as a man because I don't know, it's just one of them things. Like, there's gonna be points in your career here where you're gonna be like so beaten up or so sore, and then you're not gonna want to practice. You're gonna be like, at one point or another, Cal's gonna get into your head. So, and it's not like a bad thing. It's just he's trying to test you and see if mentally you can handle it, because it's going to be that much worse wherever else you go. And you just got to push through it. Like, now I think it's a thing where, yeah, he gets on me and stuff still, just like he does anyone. But, I don't like let it just like eat me alive. I used to like let it consume me. I couldn't play. Like, it just be horrible. But no, I push through that stuff now. And that's just part of like how I've grown being here. So I figured it out, and I know people just gotta figure it out.
We talked about your confidence.
Everybody who's been here has gone through what you just said.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hit you. And then KP does his thing too. Like, if you're with his workouts, I'd definitely say, like, there's some people like they think the practice is easier than doing the pregame workouts that we have to do with KP. So, but no, it's all mental. There's a physical aspect to it, but it's all mental. If you don't have confidence in yourself, then you're just gonna die almost. You're just gonna be like not even know how to play the game. I feel like, so you just gotta push through it.
You talk about your confidence there. How much has Dominique helped you with your confidence, being your roommate and being with you for these 4 years?
Yeah, he's helped me a bunch. I think with just with him talking me through some stuff, and then with him just being out there and playing and showing me like, wow, like, here's another Kentucky kid, another my roommate. He's out here doing this stuff, and I feel like we're kind of like the same person almost, with same like personalities and whatever. So if he's out here doing it, then I can make an adjustment. I can do it too. So he's kind of helped me in that sense.
Derek, is this team at all starting to remind you of that freshman year when you all clicked right at the right time at the end and make a run?
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing too. Like, a lot of people, they get all like worried about our team, and they're like, oh my gosh, like they're not winning games by 20, 30 points, and everything's close, and whatever it may be. But I don't know, a lot of teams do peak. Yeah, I peaked a month or two back in January, or maybe even early December and early January, but we still haven't even hit a peak yet. I don't think we've even touched where we're going to be at. So it could be through SEC. We start finding out what we need to do, and then we hit the tournament and then make that this big run, and people are like, oh my god, like, this is going to be scary. Like, they're just going to go all the way, and so I don't know. We still got a lot. I think we can do. We have a lot of untapped potential still out there.
What do you remember about that freshman year, like, being the key for you all to finally figure it out?
It was just everybody buying in. I feel like was the thing. Like, people will just whatever they're, because everyone has like an agenda when they come through. Like, hey, I want to be at this spot at some point. So for everyone to do that collectively, we had to like buy into each other in a sense, and I feel like that's what we're starting to do now. And with each other as players, and then same thing with listening to coaches, like, kind of really taking everything they say to heart and like really listening and focusing on what we need to do.
How emotional do you think it'll be tomorrow night?
I don't know, because it's one of the things where, like, I could stand here in front of y'all, act like a tough guy, like it's not gonna bother me or whatever. But you get out there in front of fans and you're like, oh my god, like it all kind of hits you like it's the last game you're gonna play, and so I don't know. I don't think I'll be like crying or anything. I'll probably tear up though and be like, man, this is kind of end of the road for college basketball, and just new things are coming. So I don't know. It'd be fun though.
Few more guys.
I think you roomed with Dominique
Thanks,
at
appreciate it.
the Derby Festival All-Star game. Is that right out of high school?
Yeah, I think it was like senior year of high school. Maybe it was the summer actually. I think. Yeah, no.
I mean, is this what you guys envisioned this being like when you guys talked in the first time you really talked to each other?
Yeah, I mean, I had seen him around in like AAU stuff because we would play AAU against each other forever, and but yeah, it was like one of the first times I'd probably been hanging out with them, and we had been driving. It kind of was crazy because we was driving from Louisville to Lexington back and forth every day because we had to do like summer workouts here and also go to school. So like right after we got done with like summer school and our morning workouts or whatever, we'd have to come back and then like play a full-on game. We like our bodies, like, we couldn't even move our arms because we were so sore. And it was a lot to do, but no, it was always cool hanging out with Dom. Like he always just chill about stuff. So.
What was the process like, I guess, for you, kind of, especially last year, going from being like an underclassman, being a student, to kind of maybe being the leader?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, it was a little different because I feel like I've never really been put in a leadership role, and I mean, like the leadership roles I've had hasn't been like anything big where like the whole group's coming to me like, hey, like what do we do, like all this stuff. So I feel like I took it on like a different kind of leadership role with like being more of like with how Zay's like vocal and everybody like hears his voice. I just kind of just go out there and like want to bring energy, and then like people kind of feed off that in a sense. They're like, all right, well, now we need to get going and whatever. So, but no, it's just a part of things of growing up with basketball here.